There's millions of combinations of ingredients to choose from when creating a burger, but which are the best?
Isn't that subjective? I mean, you got yourself classic burgers, smash burgers, burgers thicker than burgers wrapped in lettuce, and so much more. But regardless, let's see what you think is the best.
By the end of this, assuming we did everything right, we'll have created the perfect hamburger.
Well, Joshua, isn't it your job to show us how to do it right? Anyways, let's see if you can teach us how to make the perfect burger.
So we have several buns in front of us.
I'll just use what I have, thank you. And it's not one with sesame seeds. Maybe this burger is already doomed.
We have all different kinds of ground beef.
I found some beef in my freezer, so that's what I'm gonna use.
The burger patty style.
Smash burger, of course.
Cheese.
Plastic cheese? Really? I mean, sure, it does melt extremely well, but it's glorified plastic. But if he claims it's the best for this use case, I'll use it.
Sauces.
He makes his own sauce for this video, so for this burger, I'm just gonna mix some pre-made fry sauce, dill pickle juice, salt, and pepper. Then we're gonna incorporate everything until we get a nice shiny sauce.
The topping.
For toppings, he chose pickles and onions. Seems a bit underwhelming in my opinion, but I won't knock it till I try it. At least he cooks the onions with the patty, unlike someone whose burger we'll try later in the video. But I believe Joshua has something to say about our next ingredient.
I think those crinkles will actually allow it from slipping out.
It's holding onto the burger. When you bite it, all these little ridges are like, whereas mine may or may not slide out.
See, Joshua, we live in the 21st century. Pickles cut lengthwise with ridges exist. 2 birds, 1 stone. We're gonna cut that in half.
Which we're gonna find out because now it's time for the burger scholar to taste my perfect burger.
Here we go, folks. Let's see if he has the perfect burger.
I'm gonna begin with my buns just so that they're going. A little bit of softened butter.
First off, we're gonna need a nice pan. I'm using cast iron, but you can use whatever you want. We're gonna melt some butter onto the pan, then drop our buns onto the sizzling surface. Once those are done, we'll set them to the side.
My balls are going onto the hot griddle.
We're gonna spritz our pan with some oil, then place down our beef balls. Then we'll smash it with a heavy-duty meat pounder.
Doing a little bit of thinly sliced onion.
Well, my onions aren't as thinly sliced as his are, but they should work.
Add my American cheese.
We'll flip our patties when we get a nice crust. Then add our plastic cheese.
Transfer this guy on top of this guy like that.
Now we're gonna stack them on top of each other.
We got our sauce.
We'll get our buns and lather on our sauce.
I got my 3 pickles.
Our pickles.
And then my cheesy patties go directly on that.
And finally, the piece de resistance, our wonderfully smashed patties.
I do add a touch of sauce in the top bun, and then she goes on.
Now, let's crown our king. At first glance, this is a very good looking hamburger. Either way, let's see how it tastes.
Oh.
Okay, full disclaimer. I like my burgers to have all the fixins, tomato, lettuce, onion, and pickles, but the sheer simplicity of this hamburger is amazing. In my last video, link in the description, I gave my Control, or classic smash burger, a 9 out of 10. After tasting Joshua Weissman's, the beefy flavor takes center stage, with all the surrounding ingredients merely assisting, leading me to give this hamburger a 9.2 out of 10. But wait, there's another one we have to try.
You should try this.
Oh.
Alright, George, let's see what you can offer.
2 smash patties with American cheese, and I doped the bun with only 3 things,
So what's your secret sauce?
which is mustard, pickle, onion, and that's it.
Okay, I have a few problems with this. The pickles are great, but the mustard and raw onions? See, I don't like mustard. It seems to overpower everything else that it touches. And as for the raw onions, well, actually, let's see how they turn out. Firstly, we'll get a mustard packet that I got from Sam's Club and spread it onto both buns. Then we'll add our diced onions, our pickles, and our glorious patties. We'll crown our king. This hamburger looks very similar to Joshua Weissman's. Let's give her a taste. See, there was something special about Joshua's rendition. The caramelized onions added a nice flavor, and the sauce added some lovely moisture. This burger, however, has none of that. In fact, the mustard is overpowering the beef. As I already said, mustard is not my favorite, so because of that, I'll give this one a 7 out of 10. Anyways, thanks for sticking around, and I'll catch you in the next one.